Kerrod here, back at the Joondalup Resort, and today we're going to be talking about how you position and structure your arms can affect how well you strike those shots around the greens. Let's get into it. Now, when we're looking for a short shot around the green where we need a little bit of height and getting the ball stopping in a shorter amount of time, how we position our arms relative to our body and up over the ball plays a very, very large role in your ability to execute high soft landing shots. So for example, if I was to set up and I had very stiff, tight arms, somewhat like how I would address for a power shot, so for a full shot, I would have good structure, my arms would be long. Well, this is going to encourage this golf club to have more of a descending blow on the golf ball, maybe than what we would prefer. This golf club's going to tend to want to drive down into the ground, somewhat using the leading edge of the golf club, and create too big a divot relative to what we would like to achieve when we're going around the greens here. So how do we change this? How do we improve the quality of these shots? Well, one of the simplest ways is to make a little adjustment with how you set up to the golf ball. So if I was to stand dead straight up in front of the camera, and remember that when we're looking for finesse around the greens, we don't really want to create the same setup as we would if we were trying to go for power. So if you're standing directly up in front of you, what I want you to do is position the handle of the golf club more towards the center of your body. As you do so, I want your arms to be quite soft. You can pull them and push them towards your body to try and release a lot of that tension. From here, you can see that this club shaft, well, it's dissecting the middle of my body. At the end of the grip here, well, it's pointing more towards my belly button, and you'll notice my arms are quite soft. Now, around the greens, I'm okay if you have a slightly weaker grip, or for the right-hander where the back of your hand is turned slightly more towards the target there, only because that's going to help keep the club face open for longer. So, as we set up to it, I've got these arms out in front of me, pulling and pushing towards, I'm releasing all this tension. I can even have a waggle here back and forth to ensure that I've got the correct grip tension. From this position here, if I was just to tilt down towards the golf ball, well, you'll notice that this club shaft is quite vertical, and in the address position, my arms look quite soft. I can actually feel some pressure of my upper arms leaning against my body. If I have too much structure in these arms, and they're down in this position, well, those arms are going to sit slightly further away. And then relative to the down the line view, as I would work towards that, this golf ball essentially would be too far away from my body. When we've got these shots around the green, we actually, not only do we want to set up differently with our arms and the way that we set our torso, but we want to stand a lot closer to the ball as well. That's going to help us use this golf club more effectively. So if this is a power position, not only am I standing closer, not only am I standing taller, but when I set up to the golf ball, now you can see that my arms are soft and the golf club is sitting flat down on the ground. Looks a little bit different from how we would set up for a full shot from the face on view. Once again, this here would be how we would set up for distance, and this here would be how we set up for finesse. So narrow stance, we've got the club more towards the center of the body, my arms are soft, my arms are relaxed, the club's in the middle of my sternum. Then I simply tilt down at address, and then from there, that's going to help me execute these shots to a higher level. So if you're struggling around the greens and you feel like you might be a little bit too far away from the golf ball, you can simply check this in the mirror yourself or video yourself from face on and down the line, and just ensure that you're not creating too much of a power setup around the greens. We're looking for a little bit more finesse. So hold the golf club out in front of you, pump the arms back and towards, relax those shoulders. From there, when you set the club down on the ground, you're looking to feel a bit of pressure with your upper arms on your body. You're looking to have the club shaft a little bit more vertical. That's going to enable this club to interact how it should around the greens, and I'm sure it'll help you hit some better shots. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I'm Kerrod. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.